joining us today. Here, as you can see, we are going to be doing our second round of visual literacy involving advertisements for the grade 8 guys. So you are all very welcome. And in case you're wondering, that is my name. Now, let's carry on. Oh dear, I wonder how that got onto the screen. Or that. But take a look at that advert there. The words are, now that we have your attention, eat at Subway, which is a restaurant chain in the US. And here is my explanation for it. Absolutely nothing to do with the presentation, but I'm certain that I've got your attention now. Now, let's take a look. Yesterday, when Mr. Mpanya was presenting, he did the AIDA principle. I'm going to go into it in slightly more depth. So if you look at that, that's, I'd say, a very clever way of attracting attention. That is not the middle finger, that's the ring finger sticking up like that. And she's hinting, time to get married. Okay, the AIDA principle. Attention, interest, desire, action. That's what it's all about. The advertisers have got to get your attention, they've got to maintain your interest, and they've got to give you a strong desire for the product or service, and they've got to ensure that you take action. And almost everything about advertising is based on those four aspects. Let's take a look. There we are. How's that for another attention grabber? A really clever advert. That's not really an alligator at the bottom. I mean, it's just a painting. But it really effectively advertises, in this case, insurance. And we have here another one where you've got the escalator going down, and you see the donuts on it feeding into Homer Simpson. Very cleverly done, because it looks as if he's just guzzling donuts the whole time. And the other one looks as if somebody is getting a foot massage on the back. Once again, very cleverly done. Excuse me. Okay, now how do advertisers grab attention? There's another interesting advert for you there. There you can see an example of an eye-catching image, or picture in this case. Clever use of language, okay. Obvious enough, an attractive layout. We've just seen examples of that. Questions, rhetorical question. Are you feeling hungry? Then we've got just, no. Okay. And of course, font, different types of font can be used, both variations in size and shape. And of course, catchy headlines. Here alongside is an example of a really catchy headline. It simply says tea break. And you then obviously you look down, you see a coffee cup, and you don't realize it's full of ice cubes and Coke until you look carefully at it. Very cleverly done. Now, here's some pizza adverts. You notice how the pizza, the ingredients are swirling around above the pizza. It's so exciting. And here's the second pizza advert. This one is clever because that's actually cheese stretching as the slice is cut away there, but it really makes it look as if that slice is departing at speed. And of course, that's to emphasize the delivery of the pizza there. Cleverly done. Now, interest. You've got to keep the interest going. So, of course, this asks the question, how does the advert keep you interested? Well, you've got your visual techniques, such as cartoons, graphs, photos, diagrams, statistics, and their unusual layouts. You've seen some of those already. Then you also have your language techniques. Okay, you've got your punchy headline. We've looked at that already. You've got rhetorical questions. We've looked at that briefly. Puns, plays on words. I'm not going to go into details now. We don't have time. Your slogan is your catchphrase. Repetition works. We're the best at food and the best at cool drinks and the best at, just repeat. And then, of course, emotive language, where you hear violins in the background and your heart is stirred within you. Okay, watch out for that. That's a sneaky way. You should always think with your brain and not with your emotions. How's that? Come on, admit it. That's something brilliant. That's a billboard advert from the US. And you'll see it's actually a nose hair trimmer. And by implication, those electric cables or telegraph cables, whatever they are going through the guy's nose. He's got far too much nose hair. Cleverly done. And that one, of course, is an advert for a certain type of toothpaste, showing how that toothpaste will strengthen your teeth to the point where you can chew through billboards. Isn't that brilliant? Okay, now we come to desire. Oh dear, there's one animation missing there. Anyway, here we have first your desire and then how it shows itself. Watch this. The desire, sex appeal. We all want to be attractive to the opposite sex, and there is what it's about. Then we have success. Different people have got different definitions of success, but here, wealth, obviously, fame for some people, status. That's pretty much what success is all about. And you have mother love, was mamas care for their families, and to be quite honest, daddies care for their families just as much. They just show it in a different way, but it's called mother love. Then, of course, easy living. We all want to be comfortable in everyday life. Exclusivity, that is to be different. Exclusive is different. It cuts out other people, makes sure that you stand out as somebody who's not with the crowd. You've got security. Safety, obviously, big issue in South Africa and in many countries around the world. Health. Who doesn't want to be happy and healthy? Beauty. Okay, that applies more to the ladies. Us men tend to regard ourselves as being handsome or rugged and good looking. But anyway, good looking or youthful, it says there. And of course, modernity. Having the latest or the newest, which is always a bad idea. Rather, let the stuff get tested before you get it. Right, let's move on from there. Let me just see if this, there we go. How's that for an advert? That is a pair of headphones. But look who's on the headphones. It is William Shakespeare. And of course, that's actually an advert for Penguin Talking Books. So it's showing the modern aspect of the headphones and, of course, the ancient aspect of arguably the greatest writer in English language. Then, how's that? What do you see when you look at that? That's a cobra. And of course, it's not actually a cobra, it's a backbone as a cobra. And it's actually an advert for yoga techniques to stop your back getting sore. And the text there is when your back attacks you. Right. So that is effective. Let's move on. Now, finally, we come to the action aspect, because they've got to actually convince people to get out there and go and get the product or use the service. And here's the tricks they use. Buy one, get one free, an old lie. Limited stock, right? Money back guarantee, easy payment plan, discounts, toll-free number to call, sometimes works. Free gifts, which is tautology, because all gifts are free automatically, but advertisers use it. Reduced interest rate, yes. Sale, often see those, right? Clearance sales. Phone now, don't. Order immediately, don't. Okay, clear contact details, always important. People can't buy your products if they don't know how to get hold of it. And then you have address or directions for the retailers, so that people can find your shop if you want them to come shopping. Although I notice that's falling away as everything goes online. Here, just before we say goodbye, there's an iPhone advert, or it's iPhone X. And of course, here we have the iPad. And, or what's that? iPod, sorry. And the slogan there, on your wrist, 60 million songs, which I think is an impressive number. But I'm going to say goodbye at this point. However, before I go, please have a go at this quiz. You're going to find it great fun. It's not going to kill you, and you really are going to enjoy it. Thank you to everybody who's listening today. And for those of you that come later and watch the recording, enjoy.